Yeah, that's right. That's right. Another day, so Holly asking for me, cause I'm tired of playing and I wanna go home, where I will get my life on track. Get my life on track. Get my life on track. There we go. Yup. Testing 1, 2, 3. So glad everybody who's tuning in can hear that. What's up, Jenna? Jenna Citrus is here and she's saying hi. Thank you, Jenna. All right. Let's see here. What am I doing? Oh, you'll get to hear me warming up. Maybe I'll turn down the sound for a sec. Oh, here's the thunderous sound of my fingers on the keys with no piano going through. All right, let's transition to this one here. Okay, looks like it's working okay-ish. Turn on the piano. Testing 1, 2, 3. Wow, that is bright, isn't it? Goodness gracious. Okay. And at least on this skin, what deliciously orange skin I have. What setting did I choose for this? Wow. Okay, that's something else. All right. My clock says 11:58. How are you guys doing? Happy Sunday morning here on the West Coast. I have a full day of teaching and a band practice at the end of all of the teaching. But it's also my first day of having, my first full day of having my wife around to help with the kids, because she's been working her butt off at Seattle Shakespeare for the past 2 weeks. And I have been dadding it up like nobody's business. So it's very nice, very, very nice to, it's very nice to just play a little music and hang out with y'all. My lyrics are way over here, and I need them because my brain is small. And periodically during each song, I'm going to have to reach over and do this so that I can see what it is I'm singing. Let's start this fine Sunday morning with just a quick round of how's everybody doing? Type in the chat if you have a second. Just like tell me in one sentence how it's been and how it's going. How it's been, how it's going. That sort of Facebook meme. I'll wait. I'm waiting. Streaming takes a while. Adam Wolf in the house. What a wonderful thing. I hope you are feeling good, Adam. I'm just going to get started, and I'm going to read the lyrics as I go. And in the interim, you like type in the chat, let me know what's going on for you and how it's going. Anything you feel comfortable saying in front of strangers on the internet. You know how it is. Do I do this in B flat? Let's try it in B flat. I did this on guitar last time, but today we're going to do it on piano. And I'm going to try it with 2 cams. Whoa. Day's gonna come when you don't feel... Oh, I should mention that this song has bad words in it. If you're having trouble with bad words, tune out for a little bit or just keep like say bleep while I'm singing. Okay, here we go. A day's gonna come when you don't feel shitty anymore. But that day's not here yet. That day's not here yet. A day's gonna come when you won't be wiping yourself off the floor. But that day's not here yet. That day's not here yet. And when that day arrives, it will be glorious, glorious. There will be angels singing and a big brass band and a llama on a trampoline. Yeah, when that day arrives, it will be glorious. But today is not that day. Today is one of those days in between. Day's gonna come when you won't have to kick your own ass. But that day's not here yet. That day's not here yet. Day's gonna come when you're not all alack and alas. But that day's not here yet. That day's not here yet. Let's switch to the camera where you can just see me kind of facing forward. I think that's probably a better idea. And when that day arrives, it will be marvelous, marvelous. There will be cake and bocce ball. and a big orange slushy machine. Yeah, when that day arrives, it will be marvelous. But today is not that day. Today is one of those days in between. Going to the flat 7 for the bridge, here we go. Here's the lyric for the bridge, I can see it, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Will you just hang the fuck on, my friend? This less than perfect day ain't the end. If you can just get your ass out of bed and comb that thinning hair on your head, and put one foot in front of the other instead, you'll see. A day's gonna come when you wake up and everything's fine. But that day's not here yet. That day's not here yet. Day's gonna come when you'll smile and relax and unwind. But that day's not here yet. That day's not here yet. And when that day arrives, you will be better off. The world will not look more poopy brown or moldy, pukey, splippy green. Yeah, when that day arrives, you will be better off. But today is not that day. Yeah, in order to get to that day, you've got to live through all these days in between. In between. Thank you very much. Starting off with a little bit of an easy one there. Checking the notes. How is everybody doing? It's going. Yeah, Adam Wolf. Not going to say why it's just going for Adam, but it's going for Adam. Adam has a going period going on right now. Mo's Milburn been going mostly all right. I'm glad. I hope the homework is getting done. I'm sorry that it's been stressful lately. I love you. I can't wait to see you in the first week of December. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Holy moly. Jody and her fam are here. I'm so happy to see you all. And Eileen Chrisman. Thank you for showing up, my friend. It's great to see you on the internet for a minute and a half. This is going to be super low key. I'm just playing some songs and then stopping so I can teach. But I'm so glad that y'all showed up. If anybody's not a part of my Patreon, join. It's not expensive, and more fun is happening there. Even more fun will happen as my children get a little bit older and start going to school more and staying home from school because they're sick or there's too much smoke in the air. Less. Was that an accurate sentence? That's an accurate sentence. Okay. I'm going to try something a little goofy here. There is a song that I rarely perform live because it requires me to have fancy vocal stuff. And I'm going to throw on the auto-tuner to make it happen. There we go. We're going to go to key of A major. Hello, 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 hello. So, it puts on a little bit of delay, but hey. I'm also going to see if I can find the track to play with this because it really sounds better with the track. I know that what you really want to do on a Sunday morning is tune into somebody on the internet who presses play on a track and then starts singing. But I'm going to do it. Brace yourself. All right. I know you're in here. I know you're in here. Baby, don't you know I know you're in. There it is. Awesome. Let's see if this comes through. It should. Unless it doesn't. So, at the final gig for my band, Groove Lily, broke up at the end of 2014, and we hadn't played a real gig since the beginning of 2013. But at that particular show, we played this song. Just get my lyrics up, hoping this works. Fingers crossed. Oh my god. It's working. Oh no. This is more fun than I can possibly have standing up and jumping around. 2, 3, 4. Oh no! Thanks for sticking with me, friends. This is very entertaining. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, barista girl. Hey, barista girl. I picked the body up and threw it in the trunk. I drove the car, you know it's just a piece of junk. Down by the lake, I sank the body till it's sunk. And hey, would you go out with me? And now I'm finished with the Jimmy job. I'm always working cause I'm married to the mob. I know it sounds a little corny on the cob, but hey, would you go out with me? I'm so lonely tonight. So lonely tonight. Hey, barista girl, now I'm at Starbucks and I'm eating coffee cake. And Jimmy's sleeping with the fishes in the lake. I think I've had all the espresso I can take. And hey, would you go out with me? I'm so lonely tonight. Well, that's loud. I'm so lonely tonight. Gotta turn that down a touch. I could come pick you up when you get off of work. I could walk from your boss if he's being a jerk. So alone. One heavily distorted track. Probably a moment of explanation is called for. So, there was a time when my former partner was away for like 11 days, and I had written a lot of songs about missing this person. And I had this notion that maybe instead of writing another song about missing her, I could sublimate it into a story about a guy in Starbucks who falls in love with a barista, except the guy in Starbucks who's falling in love with a barista is a hitman. That's where this song came from. I'm going to turn this down just a touch. Let me just check the stream. Oh, good. Is it super distorted, you guys? I get the sense that it's coming through super distorted. Let me try again. You know what? It's my live stream. I'm starting over from the top. Get the lyrics ready. And here we go. This time for sure. Hey, barista girl. Hey, barista girl. I picked the body up and threw it in the trunk. I drove the car, you know it's just a piece of junk. Down by the lake, I sank the body till it's sunk. And hey, would you go out with me? And now I'm finished with the Jimmy job. I'm always working cause I'm married to the mob. I know it sounds a little corny on the cob, but hey, would you go out with me? I'm so lonely tonight. So lonely tonight. Hey, barista girl, now I'm at Starbucks and I'm eating coffee cake. And Jimmy's sleeping with the fishes in the lake. I think I've had all the espresso I can take. And hey, would you go out with me? I'm so lonely tonight. Lonely, I'm so lonely tonight. I could probably pick you up when you get off of work. I could bump off your boss if he's being a jerk. So alone, so alone, so alone. And I could take you far away from here. I could make your problems disappear. And I know that sounds like a big cliche. I'm sure it meant it on you one day, but I'm Hey girl, I think you make a mocha really well. And you got lots of other talents, I can tell. Let's let me wipe away the blood on my lapel. And hey, would you go out with me? I'm so lonely tonight. I am so lonely tonight. I would treat you so fine in the way you deserve. I would ice anybody who gets on your nerves. So alone, so alone, so alone. And I would take you far away from here. I could feel the problems disappear. And I know that sounds like a big cliche, and I'm sure it meant you want it, but I'm making you barista girl. So lonely tonight. So lonely tonight. I can know when to kill, I can know where to be. So long, so long, so Barista girl. Oh my god, that track is so fun. Holy moly, wow. Yeah. Am I getting delay in terms of... Good question. Eileen Chrisman, am I getting delay in terms of you can hear the difference between... Actually, more explanation would be helpful. How am I getting that delay, Eileen Chrisman? Let's see here. Just turned off the tuning and the fancy stuff. Thank you guys. I'm so glad you enjoyed that. My buddy Greg Kozak from who was a pedal pusher from way back from Michigan just got in touch today. Just rejoined the Patreon after being away for like 4 or 5 years, and he asked, could I play a piano solo? I was about to do one in that song, but of course there was a pre-recorded synthesizer solo, so maybe not that one. Let's see what we got. Oh, interesting. Good. I'm so glad the second time through the piece was much better. All right. Gonna not use tracks right now. See what happens. Let's see here. What am I gonna play? Here's one I haven't played in ages and ages and ages. And for this one, I will switch to the two cams. It's a little hard for me to stay in just the right little window. Wow, that's a lot of delay before... Well, that video is much later than my sound. That's too bad. I think one of the things that's becoming a regular part of my experience of making a live stream is bitching about the fact that I'm using a very old computer to do my live streaming, and my video is behind my sound. At some point, the things that need the money first are baby needs shoes and stuff like that. Getting a fresh Mac Mini for Dad to do live streaming is a little bit lower on the list, but it will get there eventually. In the meantime, I'm just going to have my video be a little further behind my voice for a while, and I'm going to play this song. Thank you all for joining me on this fine Sunday. In Gotham City, you're looking pretty. I'm the obtrusive guy at your side. Another party, you're Laurel, I'm Hardy. You're flying and I am along for the ride. They're calling places, you're fixing your faces, and I'm in the green room, I'm hanging around. And then right after, you're lighter than laughter, and I got my jealousy dragging me down. Another night, I could be persuaded with a look in your eye and tug on my arm. Another day, you get accoladed and I get the feeling we'll both come to harm. And I fear what I might find if I were to open up my mind. I am scared of the words that come out at the seams. I am hounded by nightmares while you're chasing dreams. My vision is dim where it used to be clear. Looking forward to looking back on this year. I'm going to scroll up on the lyric. And while you're flying, I'm quietly dying. You're over me, I'm going under again. You see me frowning, not waving but drowning. I summon a smile, you go back to your friends. Another venue, and so you continue. And I keep the peace with my well-chosen lies. All things being equal, I wait for the sequel, where everybody's happy and nobody dies. Another night, where I could be persuaded with a look in your eye and a tug on my hand. Another day, you are so elated and I get the feeling you don't understand why I feel why I might. If I were to open up my mind, I am scared of the words that come out at the seams. I am hounded by nightmares while you're chasing dreams. My vision is dim where it used to be clear. Looking forward to looking back on this year. Someday when we'll both look back and laugh at all the things we said. Someday when it all seems so ridiculous and strange instead. But right now I am living through it, and I can't see another way to do it. I can't help feeling like I blew it. And I am looking forward to looking back. And free me, 'cause I'm tired of playing it up when I go home, where I will get my life on track. And I know that we'll make it through thick and through thin. I know I'll get out more than I have put in if I keep looking forward. Well, I am looking forward. I am looking forward. Yeah, I am looking forward to looking back. Yeah. Oh, man. Haven't played that in its entirety since the last time we did a show. Yeah. Or no, I guess maybe I played it in 2019 when I did that one house concert in New Jersey, which some of you were at. The magic fingers. My fingers are somewhat magic. Notice this fingernail's looking kind of unhappy under there. I think I broke the tip of my index finger a week ago, and it is just sort of starting to get back into possible healing. Excitement with toys and kids, and ow. Like the pain was so bad, I thought I was going to puke. It was so intense. But I have feeling all up and down the tip of my finger now, and it is healing, and clearly I can play a couple of notes. It's not quite as limber as it usually is, but yeah. All right. Oh, man. Thank you, Musik. I appreciate the fact that you think that's one of my best, and thank you for the magic fingers quote, Adam. Oh, my gosh. Friends, it's so nice to see you in the chat on YouTube. I will go back through the chat, so if there is stuff that's going on, you feel like you can share it here, please do share it in the chat. If you want to send me an email or a text message with one of those super new smartphones like the kids have these days, I'd love to hear what's going on for you. I lead a very insular life now. I am father to 3 small children, one of whom is 7 months old, and I'm mostly the guy with the kids while my wife is doing all the work more than 40 hours a week at Seattle Shakespeare. She's really kicking ass, and I'm deeply proud of her, and it feels really good to be helping to make her career soar. I feel like I got a bunch of career soaring already in my 30s and 40s, and this is a good time to just be a dad. At the same time, it's really nice to play some music live out loud with you, for you. Here comes another song. Let's see what we got here. I'm going to try playing another track, actually. Call me crazy. There it is. Oh no. This is taking a little longer than I expected. Please talk amongst yourselves. Yeah, it's not showing up. All right, I'll just play the song using my old-fashioned device called a piano. So yeah, what an interesting time we're living in. I'm not going to talk about the news at all. I'm just going to play you a song. Yeah. This one's a little weird to do just piano, but we're going to give it a shot. Here's a sip of tea. Here's one I wrote when I was trying to figure out what the heck I was going to do next, when the thing that I'd been doing for a long time was not going to be a thing I could do anymore for a variety of reasons, and I had to find a new thing. And I was feeling simultaneously grumpy and sad about not being able to do the thing I used to do. It was a really good thing, and I don't get to do that anymore. I'm grumpy and sad. Why me? And at the same time, mocking myself for feeling grumpy and sad about having preconceived notions about wanting to continue to do the thing I'd been doing and not being able to do it anymore and feeling grumpy and sad. That was convoluted. But hey, this is me mocking myself for feeling whiny about losing my career. It's called Trifold Color Brochure. At some point you're supposed to be hitting your stride, right? At some point you don't have all this bottled up inside, right? Yeah, at some point you are moving on up into a brand new double wide, right? Isn't that what it said in this brochure? There's supposed to be a pot of gold at the end of that rainbow, but they don't tell you the trip will be fraught with misunderstandings and pain, though. And I guess they weren't kidding when they said no pain, no gain, yo. I mean, I think that's what it said in this brochure. I think that's what it said in this brochure. And just look, just look. Let me pull it out and show you. You can look, just look. Don't let the creases of the dog-eared edges throw you. You should look, just look. At all the attractive and exciting, successful friends, they're just waiting to get to know ya. Reality is the disease, and this here is the cure. You'll find what you are seeking in this trifold color brochure. Second verse. Aren't there supposed to be hotcakes and sausage for breakfast? And a policy of no sucker punches to your solar plexus. Aren't you supposed to be forgiven for things you said and did when you were dumb and young and reckless? Well, I thought I read something about that in this brochure. At some point you're supposed to be a whole lot more mature, right? At some point you're supposed to be stopped being so damned insecure, right? Yeah, at some point your life is supposed to look more like the pages of that brochure, right? I thought I read something about that in this brochure. Let me check the fine print of that brochure. Oh, look! Just look! Oh, those well-dressed people look contented. You should look. Oh, just look. See, every skin color and hairstyle is clearly represented. You should look. Just look. Their teeth are white, their smiles are genuine, and no one looks demented. Reality is the disease, and this here is the cure. You'll find what you are seeking in this trifold color brochure. Here comes the bridge. I mean, see the glossy photos with the fancy graphic design. The firm yet flexible paper on which it's printed feels so fine. The photos where everyone's good looking and enjoying fancy food and wine. Nobody screws things up like I did and has to go back to the end of the line. I wanted to make that good life mine. Yeah, I wanted to make that good life mine. Daily grind is what I find I'm most likely to endure, and with each passing day less and less resembles that brochure. Cause what we want just wants some charming minor peccadillos of hardened and calcified habits like petrified armadillos. Sometimes when I look at the way things have gone, I'd really like to kill those people who's printed up this extremely fanciful brochure. But I understand the choice was mine all along, though. I could have worn my earplugs and turned down the siren song, though. Nobody pushed me to dive in so deep and swim so strong for so damn long, so that all I have left of this waterlogged brochure, this extremely waterlogged brochure. I mean, I'm scrolling down and here's the final chorus. Look, just look. Don't that lap of luxury look oh so comfy and inviting? You can look, just look. All those parties with those pretty people look so damned exciting. You can look, you can look. Everybody's rich and famous, and there's always lovely lighting. Reality is the disease, and this here is the cure. You'll find what you are seeking in this trifold color brochure. That's a song. I don't think I've written quite that many syllables per second since then. That's a lot of crazy word pants. Here's a thought. Thank you, Virginia. The level of my personal sharing is very touching. I really appreciate you in general. I think that if we're not honest about where things come from and what they are, then we're not going to do a good job of reaching other people who might be going through something similar. I went through a really hard time, and my hope is that the songs that I wrote during that hard time can resonate with people who are having a hard time now, and just make them feel like they're not as alone as they were when they felt like they were the only one having a hard time. That's pretty much the main reason why I do this. I just take the things that are going on in life and put it into a song, put it out there, and hope that somebody else hears it and says, "Oh my God, that guy felt the same thing as me. I feel better." Like, that's why I do it. So, we do need another house concert in New Jersey. I agree with you, Musik. It would be a really fun thing to do. I'm not doing a whole... Good. I'm so glad that it's working for you, Virginia. I don't do a whole lot of touring, especially with these kids. I think probably by the time that Twyla is in kindergarten or maybe preschool, then I'll probably fly out for a few gigs here and there, but it's going to be really close to home for a while. This is about as exciting as my life gets. I am, however, playing a live gig out in the world with other humans in a place on Saturday, November 5th, like a week from now, less than a week from now. One of the things that's kept me sane during the pandemic is playing cover songs with a cover band. Originally, this was a band I coached as a side, sort of an offshoot of the adult program at the West Seattle School of Rock. And then it became a thing that was no longer a part of the West Seattle School of Rock. It was just a thing that I was doing with these people. And I went from being the coach of the band to taking over on rhythm guitar and backup and harmonies when another member dropped out. And we had all these holes in the arrangement. So now I'm the rhythm guitarist and harmony vocalist for a band called The Real Imposters. And we're playing cover songs that we've been playing together over the internet, and rarely in person, but mostly just over the internet, for the past 2.5 years. We're finally playing a gig live at a place called... Brendan embarrassingly forgot the name of the place, but it involves the words Blue Moon and Tavern. I think it's the Blue Moon Tavern, and it's on Saturday at 5 p.m. Sort of a reasonable grown-up time, I think. Anyway, more on that later. So yeah, I've been playing a bunch of cover songs with other grown-ups and helping them work out arrangements and writing parts for them and stuff. Does anybody have a request? Put it in the chat, and I will see if I can do it for you. I'm going to see what else I can play for y'all. Oh, yeah, actually. So, people who know me from the Groove Lily days know that guitar is so very much not my first instrument. I actually became better at it when it became necessary for me to become better at it because I had to start teaching. Woo! Wow. And one of the best ways to get good at something is to have to teach it to somebody else. So, during my 5 years at the School of Rock, I got better at playing guitar, bass, drums, and honestly, I also got better at playing piano and also at singing. Sort of in tune, good enough for now. And I quit my job about 2 months after my daughter Twyla was born because I realized we need more help at home. My wife's career is taking off, and I need to I missed a lot of being a parent to my son Mose, who is now 17 and is here in this live stream, because Mose's mom and I were going away all the time to play all these gigs with our rock band. And then I missed a bunch of the stuff when my daughter Arlen was very little because I was driving for Uber. And then I missed a bunch of the stuff for Rory when he was little because I was driving for Uber and also teaching at the School of Rock. And then Twyla was born and I realized, I gotta be around for this. And I am, and I'm like full-time dad to these 3 kids who live with me now, and it's awesome. But it was also kind of terrifying to quit the job that I'd had for 5 years. It's the longest I've ever had any job. Here's a song about it. It's called The Next Thing. Is this right? That is right. Okay, here we go. Wow, I haven't played this guitar for a while. All right. Okay, I'll admit it. I am a little terrified. Terrified of any change. Terrified of this one. But now I'm committed. If I said I'm brave, I lied. And it's feeling strange. Sure, I'm jumping this gun. And I don't know if it's gonna turn out right. And I don't know if it's gonna turn out wrong. All I know is I'm in the intersection. I'm through the yellow light. And I'm on the other side. And I'm pell-mell, I'm headlong into the next thing. Whoops. I'm into the next thing. I haven't played guitar in like a week. I can feel it. All right, second verse. Here we go. And I know when I walk in, I will walk in there feeling odd. I'll walk in there dripping doubt like an imposter. 'Cause the moment I begin talking, they are gonna find out I'm a fraud. They're gonna kick me out and drop me from their roster. And I don't know if it's gonna turn out good. And I don't know if it's gonna turn out bad. All I know is I'm trying to do all of the things I think I should. And dot my I's and cross my T's and say goodbye to the best thing that I've ever had. And hello to the next thing. How do I play this? Right. I could swear that... Oh, there it is. That's how you do it. Hello to the next thing. I like the last thing. You went by fast thing. We had a blast thing. Now you're the best thing. And I'm in the next thing. And I'm in the next thing. I'm in the next thing. I'm in the next thing. That's pretty. My guitar is feeling the weather. Thank you guys for being here. I am so delighted that you all chose to spend a part of your Sunday with me. I got about 20 minutes left to do some stuff. What do we see here? Yes, okay. Music, thank you for being life's beta tester. Can I use that? That's freaking brilliant. Oh my God. Oh, oh right, the luckiest. Yes, clearly. I did study that song briefly. Let me practice. I want to do it right. It's a really good song. It's a really good song. And it was not the track that I had on repeat when I owned that album. I'm going to practice it, and I'm going to do The Luckiest by Ben Folds at the next live stream. If somebody, thank you, Eileen Chrisman. Here's, if somebody requests Freebird, I'll probably do this. Once there was a way. No, maybe I'll start doing the lyrics to Freebird over Freebird, nothing but a free bird. That bird is free. It's free all the time. Oh yeah, and just to annoy the heck out of that particular audience member. Sitting on the Fence. I dare say, Glenn Gunderson, it's nice to see you. These are great options. Let me pull up a couple of these. I haven't played Sitting on the Fence since Groove Lily played Sitting on the Fence. Let me see if I can find that lyric in here really quick. Hang on. Yeah. Well, I don't have the lyrics in front of me, and I'm a little afraid to use the internet for searching, but I'm going to do it. Here we go. All right. There you go. Just Google your own song, and that's the way to get the lyrics in front of you. Yeah. This is called Setting on the Fence. Thank you for the for the request. If anybody wants to request a song that wasn't written by me, that would be okay too, but it's been so long. There are two meadows wide and green, a fence is running in between, and all the horses on one side are all healthy. They have perfect shiny coats and a bucket full of oats. In terms of equine assets, they are all wealthy. But every day they're tied to someone else's rope, riding crops enough to make them give up hope. Is that the life for me? Oh, I don't think I could cope. No, that's why I'm sitting on the fence. 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 When we added this one to the Groove Lily song list, this was at a time when all of us, or at least me and Gene, were both working day jobs. Day jobs that took up a lot of our time, and still trying to do a rock band on the side. So we were doing the rock band on the side and going out on weekends and playing gigs, and then we were also going back to our boring day jobs during the week and trying to have time for all of these things and trying to decide when is the point where you make the decision to go be in a rock band all the time. It was a difficult decision to make. Whenever you make it, it's going to be the wrong decision, and it will also be the right decision if you really want to make that decision. It's not for everybody to be in a rock band and make that your full-time thing. It has a tendency to make the process of being in a rock band a lot less fun than you thought it would be, but that's why I wrote this song. It's called Sitting on the Fence. It's about horses, but it's also about being in a rock band. Here comes verse number 2. And over on the other side, our horses running far and wide. They're proud and they will answer to no one. And they are wild as the breeze as it whistles through the trees. There is beauty in their unbridled motion. But when the winter comes, there's hardly food at all. There's no retreating to the safety of the stall. Don't think I'll answer when I hear Jack London's call, y'all. That's why I'm sitting on the fence. 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 Why I'm sitting on the fence. If I could go back in time and give a little bit of advice to my younger self, I would say something like, playing in a rock band is awesome, but don't do it so much that you lose all the fun of being in a rock band from trying to be in a rock band all the time. Maybe get a vaguely music-related job that makes you happy, like, I don't know, teaching music or something. There's no alternative, it's how it's always been. You're fat and burdened, or unburdened and too thin. So either way you go, they're gonna fence you in. When the saddle if you wanna get the apple, but you can't enjoy the apple if you only wear the saddle. You gotta wear the saddle if you wanna get the apple, but you can't enjoy the apple if you only wear the saddle. That's why I'm sitting on the fence. 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 His finger is hurting a little bit, but I'm going to keep persevering. All right, that was fun. Let me have a little more of this tea. Oh, my friends, yay. Virginia, I don't have any songs prepared for Halloween. I think all of my Halloween mojo is focused on helping my kids get little decorations in the windows and folding up plastic bats and taping them to the front of my house, and pumpkins and fake spider webs with big fake spiders from Target. That's what my experience of Halloween is. I don't know. I'm not a Halloween song kind of guy. I'm sorry, friends. I'm sorry. However, I'm going to reach out. I'm going to reach out and play No Room in Your Bag. Thank you for the request. You know what? Glenn Gunderson asked for I Dare Say I'm in Love. And I was just opening up all the songs from that show Sleeping Beauty Wakes recently because somebody was requesting some sheet music for teaching a musical theater class at their school in Tennessee, and I had to go back and find a bunch of Sleeping Beauty sheet music, and I went back and reread the script, and holy moly, what a gorgeous show that is. Wow. I'm allowed to say that about my own work, I think, since it's been a long time since we wrote it. All right. Groove Lily, Dare Say I'm in Love. There we go. So this song is from a musical called Sleeping Beauty Wakes. It's the story of Sleeping Beauty waking up in a sleep disorder clinic. And the guy who wakes her up is the orderly in the hospital, who, when she's like flatlining as the result of some unpleasant experiment, he gives her mouth-to-mouth resuscitation, and that's the thing that wakes her up. And the process of waking her up puts him to sleep a little bit because every time something exciting happens, he suddenly takes a nap. He's a narcoleptic, and he also has cataplexy, which means you like kind of stop moving whenever you feel strong emotion. It's really annoying. It's not a funny thing. We try not to mock it in the show, but it is. It's hard not to mine. It's hard not to mine it for comedy when like something exciting happens and one character just stops moving. In any case, that's the story of this guy who sings this song. And the song is called I Dare Say I'm in Love. I got something to say. This'll only take a minute. I know that you don't think much of me. I never thought the world had so much beauty in it. And that's what your daughter makes me see. And it's so strange to see magic everywhere, but for the first time I understand. And she illuminates the beauty in the world around her, and I will never be the way I was before I found her. She makes me see the things I never even thought to notice, and I dare say I'm in love. Whenever she walks in, my heart will beat a little faster. I don't know what she's gonna say, I haven't even asked her. Sir, I may not be the highest, but I'm not the lowest, and I dare say I'm in love. And Beauty's looking at him like, oh my God, he's saying that he's in love with me. That's amazing. And he's also still awake. How is that working? She dropped in like a dream. Don't know where she came from, and I'm happy to say that I don't care. 'Cause somehow it seems we're both dancing to the same drum, and somehow I'm dancing in midair. I'll be surprised if my feet ever touch the ground, be the way I was before I found her. She makes me see the things I never even thought to notice, and I dare say I'm in love. Whenever she walks in, my heart will beat a little faster. I don't know what she's gonna say, I haven't even asked her. So I may not be the highest, but I'm not the lowest. But I dare say I'm in love. 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 She illuminates the beauty in the world around her, and I will never be the way I was before I found her. She makes me see the things I never even thought to notice, and I dare say I'm in love. Whenever she walks in, my heart will beat a little faster. I don't know what she's gonna say, I haven't even asked her. So I may not be the highest, but I'm not the lowest, and I dare say I'm in love. Oh, that's such a fun song. It's such a fun show. Wow. Totally. Friends, I got time for one more tune, and I'm going to finish up with that other request, No Room in Your Bag. I'm going to pull the lyric up because I just have a tendency to forget words. Thank you so much for spending your Sunday lunch hour, or whatever it is, wherever you are, with me. I really appreciate you. I'm going to do this last Sunday of every month. If you want more of me, reach out. There's ways to be in touch with me. I'm on Patreon. I'm starting a Discord like the kids do these days. I'm writing songs on commission for people, and it's possibly the most fun and most moving and delightful thing I ever get to do. And if anybody out there wants to do a piano lesson or a guitar lesson or a mandolin lesson or a ukulele lesson or even a drum lesson, I have 2 electric drum kits facing each other right over here. I got one as a donation from somebody who wanted to give one for a music teacher so that I can do drum lessons with other kids facing me. If any of that sounds good to you, reach out. Let's do some lessons in person or over Zoom. Here's another song. So, for those of you who haven't heard this song, this one's about my mom. She said in 1967 she got married to my father with a bar of pair of blue jeans and a bridesmaid. And San Francisco was a bubble of excitement like a butterfly flapping in the stomach of a decade. She didn't know exactly everything he'd been through. She didn't know exactly what she'd gotten into. She got an offer from a magazine to write about the music scene because they liked her resume and bio. She told her husband, who'd been offered a position at the faculty of music at a college in Ohio. He said, "You either take this job or save our marriage." Well, she put her luggage in the back of his carriage, and she said, "You make a choice, you make a call. You may rise, and you may fall, and you will pay for what you get. You got no room in your bag for regret." She said that 1975 was like a purgatory doing needlepoint inside a decompression chamber, and Cincinnati was a garden of conservatism growing like a vine that tried to tie her down and tame her. She said, "Now surely there has been a big mistake here. This ain't resembling the mark I want to make here." She saw her future like a single at the bottom of a stack of records that'll never ever see the buzz bin, and she had subjugated all of her desires for the good of the family unit and the betterment of the husband. She saw that they had not been marching to the same drum. Well, she took her son and hit the road to where she came from, and she said, "You make a choice, you make a call. You may rise, you may fall, and you will pay for what you get. You got no room in your bag for regret. She drove her beat-up Pinto out to California. She kept the windows down and the air was hot and dry. And she kept hearing Joe Cocker on the radio, singing "You Are So Beautiful," and it always made her cry. And in the rearview mirror, piled high were crib and baby walker, toys and clothes and little shoes for little tiny feet. There ain't no room in here for things she wished she might have done, only her behind the wheel. And a consequence of all her actions, fast asleep on the passenger seat. Yeah, 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 yeah. She said that 1989 was like a fuse that burned inexorably to the dynamite of my departure. And she was sad that I was growing up, but glad to shoot me out into the world like an arrow from an archer. As I was packing up to leave and go to college, well, she took a minute to impart a bit of knowledge. And she said, you make a choice, you make a call. You may rise and you may fall, and you will pay for what you get. You got no room in your bag for regret. She said, you make a choice, you make a call. You may rise and you may fall, you will pay for what you get. You got no room in your bag for regret. You got no room in your bag for regret. Yeah, 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 yeah. I have to stop and go teach a lesson, but it's been so fun hanging with all y'all. I'm gonna hit this button that says stop streaming because I gotta go like right now. Thank you so much. I'll read all your comments later. I gotta go teach. I went a little too long. Love you all. See you in a month or sooner if you reach out.